I'm like 60 times their level right now. I think, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? Because, of course, they're not just going to give you Pagani Huayra as your first car. That just wouldn't make sense. Like, what is this, Forza Horizon? You will see. Alright, so we're in the police showroom now, and they have quite a few cars. So, they have Koenigsegg GR-R, Lamborghini Gallardo, Jeep Wrangler, SVT Raptor, H1, Aventador, BMW S1000RR, and the Fiat Abarth. So, typically there is a Mercedes right about here, but as you can see from this board, I have already purchased the Mercedes. That is the free vehicle that we get, and I've upgraded it a little. So, let's go ahead and do those missions. You don't really customize it, I don't think. You know, let's see if we can customize it. So since I have a Mercedes, let's see if we can go customize it in the Street Spec Tuner. Let us see. That's Drift. Street Tuner. Actually, since I have the money, I want to do something else. So, I played some PvP, got a bit more money. So since I know we'll need a dirt spec vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and buy this Jeep Wrangler right here and now. So of course we're going to need to upgrade that as well. So that's nice. So now we'll leave and see what we can do in this Street Spec Tuner. Also, I find it interesting how when you come into the cockpit view, it looks like, I mean, if you just sit still, firstly, I like the display with the speedometer down there, but also if you let it align properly, the Mercedes-Benz badge is still there, so that kind of like messes it up. But if you didn't know better, someone would probably think that that was actually a map on the little MMI display, so that's pretty cool. Just come out of cockpit view, because I don't really use cockpit view for like serious racing anyway. So let's see if we can actually customize this car. Once again, I have not watched, I have watched like very little. Oh, there's really nothing to buy in that car? Okay, that sucks. Should we? Yeah, we'll put on a few parts. I'm going to hate myself for this, but you know, we're just gonna buy all the parts that we have for the street spec so far, or at least the ones that we can afford anyway. But street spec parts are actually kind of cheap, so that's good. So we still need to upgrade the gearbox and everything else, but that takes us up to 695. So that's very good. That's going to help us to get the next few missions done very quickly. I'm kind of sad that you can't customize the cop cars. I mean, I understand why, but I really wish you could. It'd be so cool if you could do that. So let's move on to the next mission, which is in New York, and I'm not driving all the way there because why would I? We're going to do Finish Line. So Finish Line is pretty much a race, a police race. It's kind of weird, but you know what? It is. I was kind of thrown off guard because it's like, why are the police racing? That just doesn't make sense to me. But of course, don't question game logic. That's what I always say. So we're not going to. We are just going to dust these fools. I'm like 60 times their level right now. I think, can we just take a moment to appreciate that? I am leaving them in the dust. But of course, rubber banding, so I'm probably not going to be like 2 miles ahead of them, but you know, I'm still going to dust them a little. Keep accidentally pushing that button. The acceleration on this car leaves a lot to be desired, but to be fair, it is a crossover slash SUV sort of thing, so I can understand it. It's a starter car, so I can kind of understand why it's so slow. Because, of course, they're not just going to give you Pagani Huayra as your first car. That just wouldn't make sense. Like, what is this, Forza Horizon? No knocks against Forza Horizon for that. I mean, I love them giving me free money in that game, but this video is about the crew calling all units, so we'll focus on this. Cut a few corners. Drift around that one. And that dude is right behind me. So once again, rubber banding. I'm not appreciating it. I mean, I'm still gonna win regardless, but rubber banding. Oh no. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to use that. I don't want to use that. You know why? Because this race is so easy, it's gonna take me, what, like 1 minute or less to catch up to these people. Like, okay, so I'm gonna start the clock now. It says 1 minute 36 up there. Okay. By 2 minutes 36 seconds, I will be back in first place. I guarantee it. And we're done. 2 minutes, 13 seconds. So I had like 20 seconds left. Give or take a few. Back in first place. So I'm probably not going to get platinum for that, but you know what, whatever. I just really didn't want to use back on track. Once again, another thing I don't like about this car, the weight. You can't really drift it. It just flops into a wall. It's ridiculous. Can we cut through here? Yes, yes we can. I think I'm going to need to start using the handbrake a bit more. There we go. Yep. Handbrake. I mean, sometimes it drifts on its own, but handbrake sometimes just gives it that extra little nudge. And we've got 3 more checkpoints left. We can put the lights on, pretend we are actually working, and not just racing our fellow officers. So in this cop car, the lights only appear on the top, instead of, like, you know, some cars in the real world have them on the sides and in the tail lights and headlights. This one only has the light bar on top. And you can't shut it off once you finish the race. Once you're in that cutscene, you can't turn the lights off. Good to know. Oh, gold again. Okay. But it does give you smart loot, which is nice. So it's still going to benefit my car. So 742. I think that is very good for only having played this game 1 day. I think that is superb. Even with our mistakes, we still have quite a bit of progress done to our car. So the next mission is mob driver, and I will set a waypoint to that. So I point to that. And that's an actual police officer. So what happens if I hit a cop while in a cop car? Nothing. I think this is just bullying. Okay. You know what, I want to get there a tad faster, so what I'm going to do... Let's use this thing. There we go. This is more like it. I don't use bikes often, but when I do, it's insanely fun. I mean, I think I would have been dead if I actually hit that with a bike, but you know what? Don't question game logic. Kind of hard to drift with a bike, but I mean, not impossible. Not impossible. Still haven't used bikes too much. I mean, I have a raid bike and I think a dirt bike and a perf bike. No street bikes or anything. And I missed my turn, and bikes are kind of crazy. Yep, this is why I don't use bikes as much, because when you do mess up, they go crazy, and it's kind of hard to recover from that because they take so long to reverse. So that's kind of ridiculous. Let's see, we can pop a wheelie in here. Okay, let's not. Well, we won't. We won't. When we get a straightaway, though, we'll try and pop a wheelie. So much traffic. Come on, lean back. No, no? Okay. Okay, fine. It doesn't want to... And it... Okay. This is why I don't typically use a bike as my main car in any game. So, our missions... No, 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 I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Alright, so here's our next mission. Mob driver. Let's do it. So I think that's Troy. It looks like Troy's car anyway. Wait, or did he have... Wait, I'm trying to remember. Actually, that looks like a Mustang, so maybe it's not Troy. I remember Troy having a blue muscle car. No, I'm thinking it was a blue Charger. Upon further review, I believe it was a Charger. That's one thing I like about this mission, though. We're in a tunnel, so there's not really much he can do. If he hits me with an EMP, all I have to do is, like, follow his, like, general target thing above his head. And he is busted. I can't see anything. I don't... Okay. But I'm pretty sure that's not Troy now that I'm thinking about it. Platinum, there we go. And so it's smart loot, so you get something different every time. Which I love. I like smart loot, but I also hate smart loot. It's kind of a love-hate relationship with smart loot, because sometimes it'll give you good stuff that you need to upgrade your car to $12.99, but then sometimes it'll just give you, like, a sticker, which is pathetic. I hate it when it does that. So, we have done, what is that, 3 missions this episode? I think this episode's going to be quite long. So, I'm going to end this episode off here. Next episode, we'll probably be able to tackle some dirt missions, thanks to the Wrangler. Let me see. We should have a dirt mission somewhere. There's gotta be one somewhere. Anyway. Whoa, oh, here it is. Here's one. All closed off road. Okay. So, we will do that mission in the next episode. I'm probably going to play some PvP in between so that I can get some more money, because let's just check out the missions that we have here. This is locked because I need a perf spec. This is locked because I need a raid spec. So, that's circuit spec. And another perf spec. So, I'm going to need to buy a perf spec before next episode so that we can do more missions. So, that should be fun. So, rounding this episode off here, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Talk to you then.